Hey guys, John to be Quinn here, the author of Someone Like Me and a Fortune 500 motivational speaker. Time for another video blog. Well, it's March. And March is set aside as Cerebral Palsy Awareness Month. So let's talk about some cerebral palsy, maybe myths and facts. And let's bust through some of the things that we often hear about when it comes to having cerebral palsy. What is cerebral palsy? Well, I often hear that cerebral palsy is a disease. No, it is not. Cerebral palsy, it's a brain injury, much like a stroke. So those of us with cerebral palsy are dealing with the after effects of having a stroke as a baby. Cerebral palsy is not progressive. It doesn't get worse as you get older. Every case of cerebral palsy is unique to that individual. Some people have a more challenging case of cerebral palsy where they need assistance, maybe a wheelchair, a crutch, a breathing device. They need help hearing because cerebral palsy affects every muscle in the body. There are 17 million people in the world that have cerebral palsy. 850,000 of them are here in the United States. People with cerebral palsy come from all walks of life. There are parents with cerebral palsy, raising wonderful families. There are professors in colleges with cerebral palsy. There are people in the military with cerebral palsy. I'm a veteran. I have cerebral palsy. Just about any occupation that you can think of, somebody pretty much with cerebral palsy has been there, done that. Businessmen and women, leaders of industry, whatever it might be. We come from all walks of life. So there's nothing wrong with people with cerebral palsy. I often get asked, what's wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with me. I am exactly how I am, okay? What do people with cerebral palsy want? Now, that's a really good question, and I can only speak for myself. I think people with cerebral palsy want opportunity, okay? We often talk about inclusion in our society, but I think inclusion is often looked at as a lowering of a standard to bring more people in under the tent, okay? Companies often talk about it. Look at us, we're so inclusive. Well, inclusion for me is simply the opportunity for me to hit the same standard as you. I don't need a job designed for me simply because I have cerebral palsy. Give me the job that I'm applying for, and I'll work hard to hit that standard. Now, I might need some assistance, but if I do, I'll ask for it, okay? But I want the opportunity to hit the same standard as you. But in our society, we dismiss people so quickly. You know, somebody has cerebral palsy, somebody stands different, runs different, has to use a power chair or breathing device. We think that person has no ability. Nothing can be further from the truth, okay? Give people with cerebral palsy the opportunity to hit that high standard. I can tell you from personal experience, the people that I've met, people with cerebral palsy are some of the hardest working, most dedicated people you will ever find, period. So, to summarize, what do people with cerebral palsy want? They wanted to be treated like people. Hey, have a great day. All the best. Bye-bye.